Hi, this is Mary Flower again. Today I'd like to show you how I use existing books and alter them for my scrapbooking / art journaling. And this one I got at a thrift store. It's a Mary Englebreit, although you can't tell it by the cover. Back a few years ago, I decided to cover this one with a clear contact paper, and I'm not sure that I'd ever do that again, but because I like to do the covers differently now. But I'm going to go through this and show you how I used some of the elements of the book and prompts in the book for me to write histories and use it the way I wanted to. So I would consider this a scrapbook / journal. This is me when I was younger, and so this is like a little introduction, and this right here is an element of the book. This one on this page, this is part of Mary Englebreit's words, and you can see kind of behind here some of the edging of her book, but it says making things. Now, I love to size down existing artwork of my own, my grandchildren, my children, and other children. I used to do this with preschool students that I taught too as well. So I'll go over this one. I used that prompt to put some of my own artwork that I did size down. This one, this one, this one, and this one are little paintings and drawings that I did when I was very, very young, and I kept them. This one is a book, the cover of a book that I put together years ago, and I still have that, and I sold quite a few of them. This one was the cover of a Mortensen math program, and I made about 10 of them for him. This page here is shrunk down, and it was drawings that I made for old style scrapbooking before they put out designer paper. In fact, I think it's before there was even color printing. So that was quite a number of years ago, and I used to color it by hand. This one and this one are back about 10 years ago when I used to draw fairies and sell them on eBay. So I put a couple samples here. And I used to make children's envelope or preschool envelope games. And this is sort of a sample of that I shrunk down and put in there. So that's how I used this prompt. This one here says, and this is Mary Englebreit's art right there, everyone needs their own space, and it has a little boy with a puppy. So I decided to use this spread here for some of my pets that I've had over the years. I've still got some more. I think most of these are gone. And so I decided to write about them. So that's how I use that prompt. This picture right here behind my daughter in it is a Mary Englebreit image. And it says my own special chair. And I took and got a few pictures of people doing things in chairs in the family, and I wrote about it. This says telephone messages, and I figured this was a good place to keep a lot of my little messages from my children and grandchildren, and they did make me some pretty cute things, and I just loved their notes and their messages to me. They're usually very, very sweet and very endearing to me, so I wanted a place to keep them. Used a few envelopes. This page says fairest of all, which I thought was a good prompt for the ladies in my life, which are my daughters, my daughter-in-laws, my grandchildren, and I think that's about it. So I just put them in there. This right here is actually an element of Mary Englebreit's. This says, store your own stuff. I liked that one. I thought that was a good prompt for me to put pictures of how my art room, my craft room, looked at that time. It's been changed many times, but I wrote about it. This says quiet moments, and it says pals. So I made a few pictures of me and some of my friends. This page is just about my son that I lost many years ago, and I always do a page on him because I love him and miss him. This is called Stepping Out. This is Mary Englebreit's picture. I decided to just do cute pictures of people's feet. This one says Cuddle Up Mittens, and I did hands, the obvious. This is my stepdaughter. She's doing mismatched, that's hard to say, mittens on her hands. And just took some of the elements of the book and kind of made it fun. This, I'm not even sure why I put these in here, but it just looked like a fun place to put a few things. Now I put a 2-page spread on each of my children, and I did the same thing with their art. I shrunk them down and put a little sample of their artwork when they're little, and this is very endearing to me. This is my oldest son here. My second son, I put a few here and a few here. My third son, some of his artwork when he is little. My daughter and her artwork, so cute. My second daughter, some of her artwork, love it. Then this page says The Princess of Quite a Lot, another Mary Englebreit heading. And this little picture is Mary Englebreit. And I put some of my children and grandchildren, well, daughters and granddaughters on that. Actually, it says The Princess is in My Life. And there's another 2-page spread on my stepdaughter and her artwork when she was little. This is just a page that are funny pictures and things that they said that were very funny. And I just like it for that reason alone. This says Dress Up Stuff. And this is about me. And this is me when I'm younger. And this is Mary Englebreit right here. And so I just put myself in it and wrote some things that I wanted to say. And my sweetie back here. And that's it. And it makes a fun history book. So if you like what you see, give me a thumbs up, write a nice comment. And if you haven't subscribed, please do that.